What if a soldier could see everything at once? What if a single helmet could turn a human into a commander, a scout, and a guardian all at once? Stay with me, because what you're about to see will change how we imagine soldiers and the battlefield. For almost a century, a soldier's kit was simple: a weapon, some ammunition, and a steel shell for the head. But the battlefield changed. Sensors multiplied. Radios, drones, night optics, and tablets piled up like luggage on a marathon runner. What used to be protection became a burden, and that burden cost time, and time can cost lives. Anduril built something different. Not just better hardware, but a new way to think about battlefield awareness. A helmet system called EagleEye, driven by an AI backbone called Lattice. Imagine you're under fire. Your radio is buzzing, your tablet flashing a map, your thermal goggles blurring your edges, and a drone feed buried 2 menus deep. Every glance away, every button press makes you vulnerable. That switching cost, the time it takes to stitch together separate feeds, creates blind spots. EagleEye's core promise is to eliminate that switch, to replace juggling with seeing. What you're about to see might surprise you. Instead of 10 separate devices, you get one intelligent viewpoint that chooses what matters and hides what doesn't. At the center sits Lattice, Anduril's software brain. Think of it as a battlefield nervous system, ingesting data from drones, ground sensors, satellites, radios, and helmets, and knitting it all into a single live map. Lattice doesn't just show data, it filters noise, highlights threats, and learns fast. Where older systems pushed updates over days, Lattice can push meaningful software updates in minutessio. The system evolves as the fight evolves. But how does that look to a soldier? The answer is a fundamentally different head-worn display. Unlike legacy defense firms that often start with big, heavy helmets, Anduril started with the brain and built outward. That Silicon Valley mentality prototype, iterate, ship lets them shrink weight, reduce complexity, and design the helmet to be a companion, not a cargo rack. This isn't about adding more screens. It's about replacing cognitive load with intelligence. EagleEye is modular. There are lightweight ballistic glasses for daytime scouting and full sealed helmets with high threat protection. The night variant isn't just night vision, it's a reconstruction of the world in synthetic 3-dimensional space. Imagine a panoramic view that wraps over 200 degrees horizontally and more than 100 degrees vertically, giving you an almost bird-like sweep of the battlefield. That shift from narrow tunnel vision to a sweeping sphere is huge. Suddenly, you can see threats approaching from angles that would have been blind spots before. On the display, friendly units are marked in blue, threats in red. Boxes appear around buildings or vehicles, annotated with icons, showing the type of danger detected. The helmet knows where your rifle is pointed and can overlay aim guidance. Drone video feeds appear exactly where the drone is in the sky, stabilized and geo-referenced. And it goes beyond sight. Spatial audio and sensors detect gunshots, laser designators, and even triangulate enemy radio activity. The soldier literally sees and hears the invisible patterns of a fight. With an AI co-pilot,
What if a soldier could see?
Tasks that used to take
What if a
precious
soldier
minutes
could
to
see
detect,
everything?
confirm, decide, and now happen in seconds? The system can suggest safer routes, flag potential friendly units to avoid fratricide, and propose engagement. Options. This isn't about replacing judgment. It's about speeding up the information that informs judgment. And when every second can mean the difference between survival and catastrophe, speed matters. EagleEye creates a shared battlefield picture. Every soldier with the system sees the same unified map. Before a raid, a squad leader can draw an assault plan in 3-dimensional space, and every helmet shows that plan, in situ, on the ground. This shared augmented reality reduces confusion, prevents blue-on-blue incidents, and turns small teams into coordinated, intelligent organisms. Now, let's ask the hard question. Should we give a machine the power to speed up human decisions about life and death? This isn't hypothetical. When a helmet tells you an enemy is at your 6, you feel compelled to act. That influence matters. What you are about to hear may surprise you. The technology doesn't remove responsibility from the soldier, it reshapes it. Who decides which sensor output becomes an engagement cue? Who writes the rules that say shoot or hold fire? Those are policy problems, not engineering puzzles. This step is crucial because without tight rules and transparent auditing, faster decisions can multiply mistakes. And here's where it changes. A system that logs what the soldier saw and why can actually increase accountability, not reduce it. But only if that logging is used wisely. There are also risks of dependence. If troops grow used to an always-on co-pilot, what happens when the network goes down or the AI is wrong? Redundancy, training, and simple human checks remain essential. Finally, consider escalation. If small units wield overwhelming situational awareness and remote strike control, opponents will, at times so will doctrines. The battlefield is a feedback loop. Technology rewrites tactics, and tactics reshape technology. To understand EagleEye, compare it to the missteps of the past. Remember the heavy headsets that made soldiers nauseous and slowed them down? That was the first generation bulky, under-optimized, and hardware first. EagleEye's difference is simple. Software first, iterated quickly, and built from hard-won lessons. Older programs taught us one crucial truth: weight and usability trump raw capability. A tool nobody wears is useless. What you're about to see is a textbook contrast, where prior systems added layers. This system removes friction. Instead of crowding a soldier with displays and cables, it delivers a filtered view that answers one question: what matters right now? And yes, it borrows from commercial tech-low latency graphics, consumer AR experience, and rapid deployment practices. But make no mistake, military constraints are harsher. The claim that EagleEye will work at scale remains to be proven in real operations. Still, if the promise holds, the payoff is massive. Faster decisions, fewer friendly fire incidents, and a distributed force that punches far above its weight. What will the first deployments feel like? Imagine your unit on a night patrol. Your squad moves as one note because someone shouted orders, but because every helmet shows the same map and the same cues. A soldier notices a pattern in the overlay, calls it out, and the squad leader routes them around a danger flagged by an off-board sensor. Decisions that once dragged into minutes now snap into seconds. But the rollout is iterative. Expect prototypes in the field, feedback loops, and constant tweaks. Software updates will arrive often, and the helmets will learn with every mission. This isn't instant perfection. It's a steady march. So where does that leave us? EagleEye promises to thin the fog of war, sharpening perception and compressing time. It offers a new kind of force multiplier, not bigger guns, but smarter heads. If you take one thing away, let it be this: technology alone doesn't win, war-strained people do. What EagleEye can do is give those people a clearer picture faster, and that difference can save lives. If this topic grabbed you, leave a comment telling me whether this future makes you hopeful or uneasy. Hit subscribe to follow the tech as it lands on the battlefield, and check out the next video where we break down the helmet's sensors and how they actually detect threats. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.